Okay, so g'day, Ben.
G'day, Glenn.
And hello to everybody. Glenn and Ben here from the Good Movie Monday podcast. It's Tuesday night. We normally react to a movie that we've seen at the cinemas, and we haven't been to one in the last week. So we kind of haven't planned anything. Mainly gonna just riff, I guess. What have we seen? You know what I watched the other night, I must say.
I must say,
Ed
Ed Grimley.
And it was inspired
Pull out
by
that triangle.
a text message from my brother, and I just thought, I'm going to watch that. Deuce Bigelow.
Classic.
First one.
Film.
It
Did you
is better now than I remember it being. It holds up so well.
did you get those fish from the coal tank?
From the
Right
bottom,
down the bottom?
From the bottom. But
I saw it on a date, and I didn't realize. I just was like, she must be really cool. Like, she just wants to go and see Deuce Bigelow. I didn't realize it was like she was just throwing me a bone. Literally.
That's funny because I saw Joe Dirt on a date.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know. But Deuce Bigelow, like, I mean, this is, you know, a minute ago we thought we'd have something to talk about, and I just remembered that, so I threw it in. But it is such an infinitely quotable movie, and almost every joke hits the mark in that movie.
Yeah. It's the heyday of Rob Schneider.
Oh, everything from like, there's something wrong with my big fish.
Thin penis.
And the dad that's the janitor.
Yeah.
Oh, eats the cake. Anyway, sorry, that's a bit of a digression, but yeah, go revisit that. I think part 2 was pretty shit.
Yeah, European gigolo.
Yeah, it pushed the envelope a little too far, that
Yeah,
one.
Norm was in it, though, as a Scottish gigolo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But he was in the first one as well as the bartender.
As the bartender, yeah.
How about I shove this swizzle stick up your beehole? And then he looks at the stick, he goes, in a way that only Norm can. Still miss Norm to this day. What were we going to talk about? Before we recorded, we thought, let's
You're going to pull out the other lucky dip of horror franchise ones, but then you didn't get it. It was like, oh, I must have some other idea.
I forgot about that. Should I go and get it?
What? Nah.
All right.
Look, I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to watching The Good Nurse on Netflix, the new Christy Wilson-Cairns movie. I know you mentioned The Stranger. You've actually seen it. I haven't seen it. The Stranger?
The Stranger, yeah, the Joel Edgerton movie about the Daniel Morecambe killer.
Which everyone is talking about on the internet.
They are very divisive movie, as are Aussie crime movies, whether it's Snowtown or Night Tram. They seem to piss people off, but it is a legitimately excellent film. Would love to talk about that. Maybe one day when you do see it, we can have a conversation about it.
We can talk about it.
Same with the Nurse film. Was it The Good Nurse?
Pretty sure it's The Good Nurse.
Yeah, I think you're right. Cool.
Because it's about like isn't it the most prolific serial killer of all time? Because he was just killing patients at a hospital that they just thought were dying naturally.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it turns out like this nurse had bumped off like hundreds, or I don't know who. I can't. The movie stars Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain.
Yep.
I purposely stayed away from reviews and even really kind of synopsis information because I really like Christy Wilson-Cairns. I like all the movies that she does, that she writes. But I like it to be a surprise. Like when I went to see Barbarian, I hadn't seen anything about it, and I loved it.
Well,
So I don't know which one of them is the good nurse and which one of them is the killer, or is the good nurse the killer, whatever it is.
I don't know. It's fairly new to me as well. But your description of what you think it might be about sounds a lot like that Joshua Jackson TV show where he played the doctor with
Oh yeah, with Eric Bana.
No, it wasn't Eric Bana.
Yeah, Eric Bana's in it. He's the other character. He's the doctor. He's like the con man.
No, it might be a different show you're thinking of.
Good John?
No. He plays the doctor with all the malpractice suits.
Yeah.
All right, look it up. But
pretty sure
it wasn't Eric Bana. It was another doctor. It was like it wasn't Bill Pullman either, but it was someone of that. Anyway. What do we got?
Dirty John.
No, that's not the show.
Yeah, it's the true crime anthology.
It's not the show. So let's have a look. Joshua Jackson. Everyone's screaming at the screen here. Wasn't William Hurt as well? Let's have a look. Dr. Death. It was Dr. Death, and it was Christian Slater and Alec Baldwin. It was Alec Baldwin I was thinking of. Atticus Ross did the music. Fantastic show.
Yeah, right. See, in Dirty John, is the one with Eric Bana, which is that's the one where he's the con man who basically like has spins this whole web of lies and just constantly is killing people and doing all sorts of shit.
The nurse one reminds me of this show because he plays a surgeon that fucks up more times than you can imagine and kills patients, and then it becomes Alec Baldwin is another surgeon that starts to suspect he's doing it deliberately and has to try and prove that this guy's actually a serial killer posing as a surgeon.
Yeah, because from what I understand, like I listened to the podcast about that thing, and he wasn't. He was just incompetent, like just lied about everything, and rather than call him out, all the hospitals he worked at just gave him recommendations and shifted him onto other hospitals.
And it also got to the point though they had lots of liability involved as well, and sort of they'd done wrong by passing him off to others, so they had to cover their tracks. Yeah, it's a fascinating story. Anyway, massive digression. But what else?
Is Josh Jackson was he the doctor?
Yeah, right. And he's great. He's great. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Christian Slater's really good.
It always makes me think of Catch Me If You Can when Leonardo DiCaprio is pretending to be the doctor but doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He says, "Do you concur?" Why, God damn it, why didn't I concur? He's just got it off like watching Quincy MD.
There is plenty of room for a spoof.
Yeah.
That would be good. What else have you seen? Anything recently? We did a Halloween episode on Monday, which yesterday, if you're watching this as this drops. And yeah, lots of... I watched the new Halloween movie called Revealer, so I love discovering...
I really do want to see this. This film sounds great. It sounds like, that Girl Guides, Boy Scouts Guide to the Apocalypse.
Yeah,
and,
it's a smaller contained version of that
zombie
kind of thing.
strippers and, that kind of...
Yeah, and I described it as a cross between Pontypool and Demon Knight. So,
Demon Knight,
yeah.
but then you had another one as well, like Fear Street and Gremlins or something, was it?
Yeah, when I was trying to... No, that was the other movie, Scary Movies.
That was a scary movie, right?
Yeah, but anyway, that's a great Halloween film. See, we just fucking got nothing to talk about on this particular video. So, how have we done so far?
Yeah, is it? I think we're done. Time's up.
I think we're done as well. Is there anything you want to add beforehand? Like, this is your opportunity to vent, to get shit off your chest.
Let me see the script of the show before the show. Send me the script of the show before the show.
Listen to Monday's episode. Fantastic.
I'll be shocked at what you leave in.
Oh, I'm going to leave it all in.
Leave it all in.
I'm leaving it all in. I like to let you have a look behind the curtain sometimes, people.
20 minutes of incomprehensible nonsense.
It's testy, let's put it that way. In a good way. And we'll leave it at that. Have fun listening, and we'll catch you on Thursday night when we're back on course with some Lucky Dip.